Welcome to the annual Pilgrim Bowl. Y'all know I'm always happy to call this one the number one team in the nation. We get our host James Madison again in this Pilgrim Bowl. I don't know why Miranda asked to start it. He's definitely getting subbed out. I don't know how I didn't notice that. We definitely got to change the depth chart because Miranda definitely lost the quarterback battle. He does not deserve to have the quarterback position after that first game against Ohio State. Let me go ahead and sub his ass about it there. Y'all know Sharif Ansah, he's the starting quarterback, but Miranda's in the pocket. Let's see if he can do anything here. He's running for his life. He really does not have the athletic ability, and James Madison gets home. Let's go ahead and get a 20-yard sack off of that. Miranda, this is why you on the fucking bench, you fucking bum. But let's see. Sharif Ansah, he's trying to be the face of the Pilgrim Bowl for the Hens. He's sitting in the pocket, goes ahead and throws it. It's incomplete, and I'm glad it's incomplete because that was a turnover waiting to happen. But this James Madison defense is definitely ready for the Hens. I'm not going to lie. Y'all know this is their first game without their best quarterback of all time. I forgot his first name, but Best. Y'all already know his last name. Without Best, this is their first game without Best. They got a white boy quarterback. They ain't had a white boy quarterback in a minute. Best is definitely done started all 4 years, so it's weird seeing James Madison without him at the helm. But right now, we go ahead and get the ball back because James Madison cannot do anything on offense. Let's see, we got to get Dukes involved. I'm glad we was able to have this game at the Hen House. Wait a second. Dukes is making a crazy move. It's follow the leader right now. They all lined up, and I don't think nobody's going to be able to catch Dukes. Let the man play his. What a play from Dukes. I told y'all, he's been our best running back since Kennedy. The superstar ability is definitely there. And in the Pilgrim Bowl, I told y'all, whoever shows out in the Pilgrim Bowl is always bound to be a star. And Dukes looks like the next star for Delaware. Takes it all the way to the crib. He's out there playing really doing curves around the James Madison defense. They had them lined up. These are five-star cornerbacks for James Madison defense. Got them all lined up to the crib. Nobody can catch them. Let the band play his. One of the best plays we done seen from Dukes ever. That's probably an iconic moment for Dukes. And it happened to happen in the Pilgrim Bowl too. And then really this is not the final Pilgrim Bowl, but once we play cinematic finales and we gonna only be able to do one season of cinematic finales, that Pilgrim Bowl is gonna be the final Pilgrim Bowl. But this is not the final Pilgrim Bowl. We got one more Pilgrim Bowl after this, but this is the final Pilgrim Bowl at the Hen House because we definitely rotate or we take turns playing at each other's stadiums, but we gonna go ahead and give the Hen fans a real cinematic finale. Cause let's go. We got to get a win right here on our last game at the Hen House with the Pilgrim Bowl. That last touchdown by Dukes definitely had me hyped, and we got to carry over that momentum. 3rd and 13. I ain't gonna lie, y'all haven't really seen too much from the passing game with Ansah, but I assure y'all that he definitely has an arm. But right now, y'all not gonna be able to see it. Another incompletion. 4th and 13. We're gonna have to punt it off right back to James Madison. James Madison, I ain't gonna lie, it's been a lot of years that they've been ranked. They really coming up in the Big Ten rankings for real. They really should have already had a breakout year where they made the playoffs. I'm not gonna lie, with all the talent that they got, especially in the best era. But right now, this James Madison offense cannot get started. And this Delaware defense, they look pretty good against Ohio State, so I'm not surprised. Sitting in the pocket right here, we go to triangle. Can he make the play? This is the first time Ansah's really made a big passing play, and that's Neighbors, the other transfer portal accusation. Let the band play his. This is for the first state. This is for Delaware every time. Every time we put it on for the first state. And y'all know with the final game of the Pilgrim Bowl at Delaware, this is the final time it's going to be at Delaware that y'all see for the new game. We definitely got to make a statement right here. Let's go ahead. Let the band play Hens. Say it louder, because I ain't gonna lie, we coming into the last episodes of this amazing series. This series damn near done changed my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely had to go to the Delaware game just because I got a lot of appreciation for Delaware. They really gave me a whole topic to talk about for literally a whole year straight. It's been amazing. And with this being the last Pilgrim Bowl at the Hen House, it definitely brings back all the memories we done had with the Pilgrim Bowl, especially that at the Hen House for sure. I ain't gonna lie, Kennedy was a Pilgrim Bowl legend. That one touchdown he had where we damn near 70 balled James Madison at their stadium at Harrisonburg, Virginia. They fans had to sit there and watch that. They definitely did not like that candidate to start off the game too, because James Madison, they really thought they had a chance in that game. They was actually undefeated coming into that game. They thought they had a chance, but then we'll go ahead, sit in the pocket right here. Go ahead, Osborne. You know he's coming back. for this season, I forgot to tell you, Osborne's still the starting tight end. Y'all know he had a decent season. I ain't gonna lie, not enough for him to be doing emotes like that. His ass better calm down or he'll be back on the bench. Because I think we still got Lacey as our backup. But we go ahead, run game with Dukes goes nowhere. Dukes then had that crazy touchdown, but let's see if we can go ahead. I think I'm going to go to the play action cross right here. I think we go ahead and try to see if we can implement Osborne into the offense. He has a star badge for a reason. We go ahead, go to Osborne right here. He picks it up, but what is this flag? They going to get us for holding. They on some hoe shit, but it's okay. We going to go ahead, get that right back. And we ain't going to let that stop us. Go ahead and redo second down. But let's go. Hey, the final Pilgrim Bowl at the Hen House. I keep bringing this shit up, man, because this shit is monumental. It's crazy. We almost done with this Delaware season. If we can go ahead and win a national championship right here, that means I done delivered on my promise. So that'll be the last Delaware episode. Will be that national championship game. But we would also have cinematic finales, and you know Delaware is going to be a part of that one season of cinematic finales we're going to do before we get into the college football 27 content. I already told y'all who we going to make the Dynasty team with, but let's go ahead and get back into this 3rd and 11 right here. We already up 2 scores. We go ahead and try to extend the lead right here. Answer goes ahead outside of the pocket, almost enough to pick up the first down. This is a decision, but I think I'm going to punt it. This James Madison defense is actually kind of loaded, and I'm not really trying to make a mistake right here, so we go ahead and punt it. And really the way our defense is playing, we don't got to be making risk like that, but let's see what our defense could do. They go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and play the full game, actually. This is the last game, the last Pilgrim Bowl at the Hen House, so I might as well play the full game. I know I never played a full game this early right here, but I know I never played a full game with 3 minutes left in the second, but we got to go ahead and really savor the moment, man. This is the last Pilgrim Bowl at the Hen House, for real. Like, you got to let that sit in. Y'all know I've been building up this rivalry, and now we finally this is how we ending it at the Hen House like this. But really, I am being dramatic because the Pilgrim Bowl is always going to be here. Y'all know even when I make the college football 27, I'm not going to forget the college football 27 content. I'm not going to forget about the Pilgrim Bowl. We definitely still going to talk about the Pilgrim Bowl. What a legendary matchup between Delaware and James Madison. And really, they're going to have an actual Pilgrim Bowl in real life when they play. I think at first they play at Harrisonburg, Virginia. So I will be going to that game with the Delaware starter jacket that I was able to cop 101 to be, make sure y'all know that. But let's go ahead. Stadium Post is rocking. 39 right here. We got to go ahead. It's been a blowout in the Pilgrim Bowl so far, but hold on. The white boy makes a strike. Absolutely strike to 82. Let the band play Dukes. Dukes is back in this. Hey, the Dukes are back in this game for sure. I told y'all they would not go out like this in the final Pilgrim Bowl whatsoever. Even their mascot done disappeared. I knew they wasn't go out like this. Showing a little bit of fight. I told y'all, I don't know how good this quarterback is that they got, but he's able to make a strike like that. He might actually be one of them. Let's see if he's good enough to really make this a close game between them and Delaware. But you definitely got to regroup on defense. Y'all know the history of the Pilgrim Bowl. And this game could always switch. Yeah, I know even when it looks like we are going to blow out James Madison, they always come back storming. So y'all know this is the best rivalry of all. This is the best rivalry of all of college football. And when they actually play this game in real life, I'm going to show off this being the best rivalry in college football. Damn near my made-up rivalry. It's a rivalry in the game, though. The shit counts. Y'all know this was really a rivalry in the FCS that has made its way to the FBS. So, really, college football got to show off more games like that. They be showing off the same programs. We're not trying to see the same programs every time. I want to show off the little dogs, the underdogs. I want to show off the teams with good stories. I know in Delaware, they got a good story. The only team in Delaware, the only team representing Delaware, but we go ahead and take a shot, and that's incomplete. Nowhere near. The cornerbacks for James Madison actually are top tier this year. They got a top tier defense. They damn near got an all-star studded defense. I'm not gonna lie. Most talent we done ever seen for James Madison. But 3rd and 5 right here, early 3rd and 5. We gotta go ahead. We don't want to make a 3-and-out after James Madison got some momentum. But let's go ahead. Let's see what Ansa could do. I'm in the pocket. We go ahead. We just overshoots him. Ansa has not been on point to really he's had some moments where he's been on point, but really the start of the year he hasn't been too on point. Even though he won the battle from Miranda, if he doesn't get it together, hey, we might have to throw Miranda back in the game, even though he's more of a pocket quarterback and I'm not used to that. But now I gotta play an early down of defense now because of Ansa, and really the defense has to get back on the field because of Ansa, and really with pretty decent field position. But let's go ahead. Y'all know the Hen House is gonna make this difficult difficult on him. He's sitting in the pocket right here. He makes a play. He makes another play. Another strike right here. They getting it together. Johnny Van Sumeren. Van Sumeren, yeah, that's Van Sumeren right there. That's the new quarterback for the Dukes. Y'all know best. He went to the draft. He was probably he had to be the first pick overall. I know True Blood, he went round 3, but best, he was a generational talent, generational player for the Dukes. But they go ahead, don't get no yards right here, and this is going to be a second and down. It's going to be a little bit more stadium posts this time. Y'all know the head house. I ain't going to lie, the Pilgrim Bowl tickets, they got to be going for an insane amount now that I done hyped up this rivalry game. And really, I'm super hyped when they do this shit in real life next year, because this year's tour is going to be amazing. This year's tour is going to be insane. There's so many places that we're going to go in this year's tour. And now that I really know how to really work the camera and really vlog, this shit is going to be top tier content. And that's why I'm really so happy. That's really why I've been staying so down, because it's going to be top tier content when we do the real vlogs for sure. But the Pilgrim Bowl, that's the next year's vlog, and that's going to be insane, because y'all know I done built it up. I've been talked about the Pilgrim Bowl. I pretty much made it a rivalry. But let's go ahead. I'm super hyped about that. I had to let y'all know, but let's go ahead. We got to get a stop right here. Van Sumeren has definitely been able to find his way against this Delaware defense all of a sudden. But let's go ahead. Van Sumeren, it goes ahead, goes to the outside route right here, and that's caught by their McKenzie, they tight end. He's been able to get off on us a little bit. But this Delaware defense, I didn't think it was going to be as good as last year, and it still hasn't been as good as last year, but it's held his own for sure. They sit in the pocket right here, another slant, another first down for the Dukes. Van Sumeren is definitely getting some type of groove out there, but let's go ahead. I'm going to line up against the running back, and we sending a full blitz for sure. I think we're going to go ahead and do a fake pressure look. We go ahead, and he's able to find the man right there, and that's a head tap. But we get bailed out the flag. Shout out to the refs, because he definitely got head tapped on national television and really in front of the crowd too. But we got lucky and got a holding flag, because it would have tied the game off with that. That's still embarrassing as hell, because without the flag, that definitely would have been a touchdown, because that flag was not related to what just happened right there. But they go ahead checking down. I don't know how the hell he doesn't get tackled right there. Go and call a timeout. They really don't even need to call a timeout. There's still plenty of time. But let's go ahead. James Madison, they've always been on the borderline of making the playoffs. And then if they can get a win against Delaware, the number 1 team in the nation, they'll definitely propel their way this season. But we got to go ahead and stop that. This is the last game at the Hen House for the Pilgrim Bowl. We cannot go out on a loss. We go ahead. We try to get to the quarterback. We should have got to the quarterback, but he throws it away. Van Sumeren goes ahead and makes the right choice. And really, Van Sumeren, I'm not going to lie, he might not be best, but he's definitely not that bad whatsoever. He's a senior, and he definitely knows what he's doing. He might not be best, but he's the best. He's the closest thing to the best. Let's go ahead. Van Sumeren, 3rd and 6. What can he do right here? Let's see what Van Sumeren got. 6 in the pocket. It throws a strike. Damn near throws a touchdown at the 1 already. They're going to go ahead and call a timeout right here, but it looks inevitable that they about to get a touchdown on this drive. I'm not going to lie. 1st and goal. We're going to go ahead. I might just line up on a running back, but I hope they don't try to do a read option. Oh, they have a slant wide open. I don't know. That coverage was terrible for that, but let the band play Dukes. Tie game in the Pilgrim Bowl. Hey, the defense has not been there against James Madison. I got to get the defense up. I'm not going to lie, but let the band play Dukes. It's definitely going to be a learning adjustment going against him instead of Best. He was able to sit in the pocket, gets absolutely flat line, but he still makes a slant pass right there. That's dedication. That's definitely a quarterback the Duke should be proud of having, because he's definitely, I know he might not be best, but he's the closest thing to the best, and they're going to get us with a flag right here. But y'all know things is going to get chippy in the Pilgrim Bowl every time. Every time these two match up, Delaware, James Madison, a lot of people, they don't know about the rivalry they had in the FCS. That's why really they brought it to the game, because people didn't know about it. But they had a rivalry in the FCS brought over to the FBS. I did my research on that now, because y'all know I created this shit, but it wasn't called the Pilgrim Bowl. That's my own label. I damn near got a caption. I got a copyright that, the Pilgrim Bowl. I might start selling Pilgrim Bowl merch. So if y'all hearing this, y'all heard it now. I might start selling Pilgrim Bowl merch. But Dukes goes ahead, picks up 9 yards right here. Let's go ahead. Well, let's see what I can do. That'll damn near be lit, because y'all know. Y'all probably don't know, but I got my own clothing brand. We could go ahead and do some shit like that. We can cook some shit up. The Pilgrim Bowl merch. But hold on, Answer. He's picking up some yards. He's getting a little sturdy. Gets it all the way to the 40 right now. Damn near, we already in field goal range right here. We could actually get a score before the end of the half. Let's see what we're going to do right here. Ansa, he's been a little inconsistent. Reminds me of somebody that was good as a Hen too. True Blood, he was hella inconsistent. Ansa is a little inconsistent, but he definitely has a lot of potential. I can see the potential with Ansa. Especially, I think he could be the one to get us a ring too. But let's go ahead. I think he just gives us more options than Miranda does, because Miranda's an absolute statue in the pocket. But we go for the deep shot. Hold on, and that's not going to go nowhere. Incomplete, 3rd and 4. 8 seconds right here. 8 seconds to go. Let's see what we're going to do right here. If we could just get a quick completion, we could just kick a field goal. But let's go ahead. Quick completion. We're going to kick a field goal. Get your ass on the ground. There we go. We go ahead. Stop the time with 3 seconds right here, and we just going to kick a field goal right here. Go ahead and go into the half on good blessings right here. Good blessings. Hey, there we go. Let the band play on the field goal. We're going to go ahead, go into halftime. We got one more half, literally, of the last Pilgrim Bowl at the Hen House. Last Pilgrim Bowl at the Hen House is definitely going to be amazing, at least for college football 26. Maybe in college football 27, the Pilgrim Bowl might make a reassurance out of nowhere. But y'all know I'm doing UCLA as our Dynasty rebuild. So I'm definitely it won't reappear until we do the cinematic finales for college football 27. I'm not going to call it the cinematic finales, though, but it will be a different name. But pretty much the same shit. Y'all know, y'all understand. But we go ahead. We got one more half of football to go ahead and go out there and play for the Pilgrim Bowl. So shit is not over. Van Sumeren definitely looks better than we expected in the pocket. He definitely knows what he's doing. He went ahead and made a strike right here, hey, to the tight end. I told you, I ain't gonna lie, ever since I told that shit on the commentating, really tight ends have been our weakness in this defense, which is crazy. Tight ends definitely been able to get off on us. And really, I wish that they had, for in college football 27, where you could upgrade the stadiums, because if they had that ability for Delaware, I would have made Delaware Stadium look like the damn Super Bowl of Delaware. That would have been the prime jewel of Delaware. Our shit would have been crazy. I like our stadium now, I'm not gonna lie. Delaware got an underrated stadium. Even though it is small as hell, even though it might look like a high school stadium, I low-key fuck with the scenery. But it would be amazing if we could just add, like, some more seats. That's really all I want. If we could add some more seats and make it a little bit louder, more sound effects and shit. But really, we got a cool sound effect with the rooster siren, so I'm not even tripping. But let's go ahead. They go ahead, run game right here. Carlos Neal goes ahead, picks up 7 yards, but it's still stadium pulls out here. Y'all must have forgot. This is the last Pilgrim Bowl at the Hen House. It's always going to be stadium pulls. I hope they didn't forget. This is still a rivalry. It might be a respectful rivalry, but it's still a rivalry, though. Let's go ahead. Play action right here. Van Sumeren check down, makes the right decision. That nigga goes flying like Superman, and they pick up a first down. Easy first down for the Dukes. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I forgot JMU really starts the half off with the ball right here. Let's see what they could do. We're playing press right here. I hope they don't try to take the top off the defense, but they go ahead, do a halfback draw. That goes nowhere. Let's go ahead. A lot of stadium pulls right here. We itching for a stop. They really came out swinging all of a sudden. We got to go ahead and get adjusted. Hold on. Wait a second. We almost get to the quarterback. I was glad he was. If he didn't look to his left, he almost would have ended up in a body bag. But right now, Van Sumeren is definitely going to have to deal with a lot of pressure right here against the defending national champions. Hey, the 5-time champion Delaware Blue Hens. He go ahead, sit in the pocket right here. Van Sumeren goes ahead, finds the zone man, picks up another first down. I ain't going to lie, Van Sumeren. Hey, he might actually be one of them ones for James Madison. He might be the one that actually gets James Madison to the CFP. Y'all know that I really damn near been rooting for James Madison to make it to the CFP, but I'm going to go ahead have to switch my coverage. I hope that don't get us, but hold on. We able to get to the Van Sumeren, able to get to the quarterback, and I forgot Bullet was still a Hen. Y'all know, hey, he's actually the traitor of the Pilgrim Bowl. That nigga who used to be playing for JMU his freshman year, he transferred sophomore year, and he's been a Hen ever since then. That's crazy. And really, I don't think he likes JMU whatsoever. I don't know what JMU did to him, but he's the first traitor we done ever had with the Pilgrim Bowl for sure. I know he definitely get a lot of hate from JMU, but he's a senior now, and he graduated this year, and he's still been an impactful player in a lot of our championship runs and been an impactful player, especially in the Pilgrim Bowl. But right here, 2nd and 17, the stadium pulls. Hold on, we try to get to the quarterback again. He's able to actually check it down. I ain't gonna lie, we making him think now. Now this pressure is definitely getting to him. I'm about to send some more pressure on 3rd down. Let's go ahead and see if he could go ahead and handle that. They go ahead, just do a halfback draw. They damn near just wave the white flag with that. I guess they just going for a field goal. I wouldn't be doing that, especially against this stadium post. Are you crazy? I really wish our stadium post was ranked 1 because that shit is annoying. But even though we not ranked 1, we going to go ahead and try to block this right here. But James Madison, kicker, he just stone cold. He definitely didn't give a fuck about any of the stadium posts. Just walks off with no emotion. James Hughes, kicker, is definitely a stone cold assassin damn near. But he goes ahead, able to kick the field goal. We going to go ahead and kick it off to us. But it's okay. The offense, I think we can get it together, though. I think Battles, we got too many weapons to not be able to get it together. Answer got to get it together, or Miranda will be starting, even though I don't think Miranda is the answer at all either. But let's go ahead. We said we got to go ahead and make something happen right here. Really just go back to the run game. It's been working, but we really went away from it after that Duke's touchdown. But hold on, we're using the ability of Answer. That's really what we got to do. Answer got to be more of a runner. Hey, you got to be in there for a reason. You got to be playing for a reason. I really almost thought he was going to get more yards out of that play, but let's go ahead. Back to the ground game. Go ahead. ID the mic. Go ahead. Hat on a hat. Dukes just gets a couple yards, and really this JMU defense is definitely like that. I'm not going to lie. That's why it's really been at a minimum with the running game after that big play that they allowed us. Let's go ahead. Let's get back to the pass game. Let's see what we can do right here. I think I'm going to be able to find Dukes out the backfield. Yes, I am. Easy third down completion. We go ahead and keep this drive going. We desperately needed to keep this drive going. There was a lot of spurting drives that I really didn't like. I think Anson, the pass game, definitely didn't know what they were doing. Dukes goes ahead and picks up a couple yards right here. And I ain't going to lie, against James Madison, we definitely got to go ahead. Against James U at damn near, we definitely got to go ahead and mix it up because they definitely are loaded with the defense right here. We cannot play the same type of plays that we usually be doing against any other team, for real. We go ahead, pick up a couple yards. Y'all know they are really our arch rivals, so they know all the plays, all the typical plays that I do, all the shallow crosses, all the play action crosses. They probably know all that shit. They are arch nemesis. They definitely know that shit. They really practice. This is really their Super Bowl every year. They really practice. This is our Super Bowl too, so we're not going to diminish this rivalry, but they really practice every year to beat Delaware. So we got to become prepared. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead, do a motion play, different play right here. Let's see if different plays could work. Hold on, to strike the battles. If that nigga was able to block, if Neighbors was able to block, it might have been a house call, but we go ahead and pick up a lot of yards right here. One of our old linemen goes down, but we got to go ahead. We want a touchdown right here. We want to end off the Pilgrim Bowl. This is our last time playing the Pilgrim Bowl at Newark. We definitely got to win, come out with a win. It's only right that we come out with a win. We've been dominant in this Pilgrim Bowl rivalry. Besides that one time Best has beat us, we've never lost the Pilgrim Bowl. Neighbors, hold on. He gets a speed boost. Neighbors, hold on to the crib. Let the band play Hens. I almost thought he got tackled in the backfield. He was able to break free, and this is why we wanted him on the team. Transfer portal receiver that we knew was going to be paid dividends. I told y'all, the nigga like a Debo Samuel build. He definitely, Debo Samuel type of gadget receiver, and he definitely comes out clutch right there. We definitely needed that touchdown. Let the band play Hens. What a touchdown from Neighbors. And now we got to go ahead and play defense right here. I ain't going to lie, JMU has damn near been unstoppable with their offense a little bit. But we're going to go ahead and put the stops on that shit. It should be a lot of stadium posts for the Hen House right now. We got to go ahead. We got one more quarter to go ahead and finish off the Pilgrim Bowl in fashion. Got no time to go ahead and make mistakes. Got to prove why we the number one team in the nation and why we going to get our 6th national championship this year. We got to win the Pilgrim Bowl too. They go ahead, pick up a couple yards with the return. We finally got a chance to really get a stop right here and create some distance between us and James Madison. I don't want a close game with James Madison. Y'all know the rivalry magic really has been working out in our favor in a lot of these close games, but I'm not trying to risk it. But while I'm talking, that running back Neal just goes ahead and gets a gash in the Delaware defense, picks up hella yardage. I don't know why we in this 4-6 bear formation. They're trying to take advantage of that shit right now. I don't even know why I was in this formation to begin it off. But if they try to run the ball, they're not going to go nowhere. So I would advise them to pass the ball here. They try to run the ball. And hold on, we should have got somebody on that outside. I don't know how he wasn't able to get him, but what a tackle right there. But 2nd and 4, we got to go ahead and finish the job and get out of this formation. Hopefully they stop with this no-huddle bullshit and go ahead and play some real fucking football. But they go ahead, RPO game right there. That shit is working. They go ahead. Hold on, stop them right here. I wonder if they're going to give them the first down, and they are going to give them the first down. They go ahead. Really, the receivers this year are probably better than last year. I think Best didn't have the best options last year. I'm not going to lie. I think that was another reason why they damn near didn't compete in the game last year, even with the return, the best. And really, their defense wasn't as good last year, but that should have counted as a fumble. I don't know why that doesn't count. But they go ahead, 2nd and 10 right here. The stadium post is rocking. The hen house can damn near feel that the James Madison offense is getting a little stagnant. They go back to the halfback draw. That actually works right there. But it's going to be another 3rd down. Let's see if we can get a stop on this 3rd down this time. The hen house is definitely powering up. They definitely bringing the stadium post with this one. Let's go ahead and see if they go back to the run game. If they do, they're going to pay the price. He's sitting in the pocket. He makes another good decision with the slant route. And I'm not going to lie. Every test this Delaware defense is throwing at this quarterback, he's definitely answered. I'm not going to lie. They got to be impressed by the way Van Sermon went ahead and handled this shit. I really think I'm not saying his name the right way, but they got to be really impressed with the composure of this quarterback. He's really a senior, so he's been waiting on this moment. He's probably been teached by the best, literally. And hold on, they go ahead by a slant. Hold on, but 14 breaks it free. He has a crib call waiting to happen. In the 4th quarter, is going to get super intense because this game, the last Pilgrim Bowl game at Newark, looks like the great one right here. This one looks like it's about to get tied. The Delaware defense hasn't had a stop for nothing that Van Sermon has been able to do. This quarterback is definitely not going out without a fight whatsoever. He's really trying to become the next great one to be able to beat the Hens. If you able to beat the Hens, you definitely a legend in the JMU history book. But right now they have the 4 right here. Let's see if the Delaware can somehow be able to get a stop right here. We haven't been able to do nothing with this offense for James Madison, but we got to get a stop. They go ahead, RPO slant right here. I'm telling you, they've been taking notes. James Madison definitely has been taking notes over the years. They probably watch my videos because how did they know about the RPO slant? To go to the RPO slant, how did they know about our weaknesses? But 2nd to go right here. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and blow up the line of scrimmage. I'm not going for none of that shit, but this might be a walk-in. Hold on. What a stop by Quails. That looked like an absolute walk-in, but Quails, makes his presence known in the Pilgrim Bowl, and it's 3rd and goal. We're not going out like that. They not going to get a score. We want a goal line stop right here. We want the best goal line stop the Pilgrim Bowl has to offer, and we might get it. Childress gets to the line of scrimmage, or Childers gets to the line of scrimmage, and they going for it on 4th and down. This shit done got hyped as hell. We trying to get a goal line stop right here. They go back to the run game, and stop them right here. We go get a tackle. We go get a goal line stop at the 1. They had the ball all the way at the 1, and they can't score a touchdown with 4 tries. Delaware with a legendary goal line stop. That's insane. That's super insane. That shit got me hyped. That was one of the most iconic moments we done had in the Pilgrim Bowl. What a legendary goal line stop in a rivalry game right there. We wasn't going for nothing right there. We wasn't going for nothing. They was selling, and now the momentum has definitely switched. They had a chance to tie this game, make this a super close game. Instead, they just gave Delaware the ability to go ahead and put the wraps on this one if we able to get a touchdown. And this running back's not going down. Number 34, I think that's Yeboah. That's Yeboah. He making a reappearance in the starting lineup all of a sudden this season. But this shit is crazy. Let's go ahead. We go back to Yeboah. Go ahead and get him some more touches. I didn't know he had a star badge all of a sudden. He's definitely been in the development room. Let's go ahead. 2nd and 8 right here. We go to the shallow cross, and I think I'm going to go to Battles. He has top flight speed, and he's able to catch the ball right here, and he's still going. Red zone opportunity for the Hens. We trying to close out this Pilgrim Bowl in Newark. This is not New York. This is better. This is Newark. We're trying to close out this Pilgrim Bowl in Newark. Let's go ahead. Answer. Making passes like that. Battles able to catch that ball. And really, that shit started with the goal line stop because the goal line stop was so hype. I'm not going to lie. The goal line stop was hype as hell. That really what got the offense going. After they saw the fight in the grit that the Hens was able to play with to be able to get their first stop against James Madison, we might be able to go ahead and blow this game open. We go ahead. Ground game right here. Dukes to the promised land. Let the band play Hens. We might have just put the wraps on this Pilgrim Bowl. The last Pilgrim Bowl in Newark definitely deserved to the Hens. We've been dominating this rivalry. And we got to go ahead and show why we've been the dominant team in this rivalry. What a crazy swing of events. This shit, I told y'all the Pilgrim Bowl always got some type of crazy shit happening. That's why it's the best rivalry in college football. Better than any other rivalry. Far none for sure. I know I'm a little biased because I damn near created it, but this game definitely proves it. They had the ball literally with 4 chances damn near at the 1 yard line. And Delaware just manned up, buckled up, and went ahead and said that they was not giving up a touchdown. And then we was able to go ahead and drive and get a touchdown after. That shit was hype as hell. Get off your fucking seats damn near. Because if that don't get you hyped, then nothing's going to get you hyped about Delaware football. Because that was an amazing stop by the Delaware defense. We go ahead. They do the kickoff return right here. See if the Blue Hen fans can go ahead and make sure James Madison goes ahead and leads out of here with an L. Because the momentum has definitely switched. James Madison knows it. And it's only a matter of time until they fall apart and throw an interception because of it. But hold on. 2 cents in the pocket right here. Makes a strike happen. What a strike between the zone. Quills, you got to get that tackle. He's thrown off of him. 82's going to take it to the promised land. Let the band play deuce when you thought the Pilgrim Bowl was damn near over. James Madison comes crawling back. They definitely not giving up. They definitely not giving up no fight whatsoever. 82 with a legendary touchdown. Hold on. James Madison's not going nowhere whatsoever. This tight end, he definitely deserves a roster update because his ass is playing out of his mind. Another touchdown right here. What a pass. Made 2 Hens defenders run into each other. Made one of our safeties run into Turpin. And then Quails, our best free safety, gets thrown off of him. 82 to the crib. He definitely deserves a roster update. That nigga might go number 1 tight end in the draft because he's playing against a lot of really players that are going to go number 1. Quails, he's the best safety in college football right now, and he's not able to make a tackle on him. 2-point conversion right here. At least the 2-point conversion goes nowhere, so we stopped a little bit of that momentum. But James Madison, gritty as hell. Every Pilgrim Bowl, they really able to do this shit. That's why I really respect our rivals for real, even though we do play them every year. But JMU definitely deserves the highest form of respect because they always bring their A game. They really finally became a ranked team, and they never give up because they done gave us a lot of great moments with this rivalry. That's why I'm damn near sad we can't run this rivalry back for a long time until the College Football 27 really comes out. This is our last time even talking about this rivalry in College Football 26. But y'all know it'll come back eventually, and it'll definitely come back when I make that vlog out there in Harrisonburg, Virginia, because they're going to do a one-on-one. I think that's what it's called. Like, it's one game at Newark, one game at James Madison, but the first game that's going to happen is going to be the game at James Madison, so that video is going to be hella lit. But 3rd and 2 right here, if we can't get a first down, James Madison got all the momentum to try to go ahead and tie this. They would just need to get a 2-point conversion. I really don't even know why they decided to do a 2-point conversion because they could have really just made it a one-possession game, but we're going to waste some time right here, try to at least get it to 240, not try to give them an extra possession. We trying to go ahead and get the Hens fan heights. We doing emotes and shit. But we go ahead, answer right here. He's able to pick up a first down. That's going to keep it going. That's going to make them have to at least use one timeout. We don't want to give the ball back to James Madison quarterback Ben Samurian. I ain't gonna lie, he's been a monster. I know I accidentally mispronounced his name, but he's been an absolute monster. Absolutely making dimes. Hold on, Dukes right here. Gets enough for a first down. James Madison blows through another timeout. They got to go through another timeout. They got one more timeout. If we get a couple more first downs, we might be able to ice this one. I got an RPO play called up. Let's see what I'm going to do. I'll go ahead and go to the RPO game. Deuce picks up a couple yards. They go through their last timeout. So really, if we go ahead and able to we could run one more play right here, but we would have to pick up this third down. I don't want to give the ball back to James Madison. Y'all just saw the play that we just saw there. You trying to give the ball back to a nigga that's making plays like that, but Dukes gets a first down easily. James Madison all of a sudden is not trying defensively in the run game. They trenches has been amazing. Really, the trench play for James Madison has been amazing. And all of a sudden, they definitely giving up a lot of gashes in the running game. So we're going to go ahead and go against that. We're going to go ahead and do a read option. But that's going to be the last play going into the 2-minute warning. That's their last chance to even stop the clock. And this Pilgrim Bowl has been one of the best. This damn near already been a top 5. This is really a top 3 Pilgrim Bowl all time. I think the best Pilgrim Bowl was actually when they upset us. That was probably the most entertaining Pilgrim Bowl. Then this one has been amazing. Then really that first year before they was about to upset us, when Best really first entered the picture, that game was amazing too, at the Hen House too. So it's been a lot of amazing Pilgrim Bowls at the Hen House, and this is definitely top 3. It's at least 3, and we're going to go ahead and do a jet touch pass with Neighbors. Hold on, can Neighbors finish them out? If he's able to get a first down, that might do it. That might finish it out. I think the Pilgrim Bowl is safe and secure because we already in field goal range. Another Pilgrim Bowl victory like we've done ever since El Patron's been the captain of the Hens. I'm not going to lie. It's crazy. James Madison always gives us great episodes, though. They always been amazing with the episodes, always been amazing rivals. This rivalry is the best. I know I made it, but this rivalry is the best. For sure, it got the best color combos, a lot of history between both teams, for real. And now we're going to go ahead and kneel it out and go ahead and celebrate another Pilgrim Bowl victory. This shit's damn near better than winning the national championship. Let's go. Pilgrim Bowl victorious again in the Pilgrim Bowl. Did it again in the Pilgrim Bowl. There's a lot of new faces in the Pilgrim Bowl. Van Summerin, but Ansa and Dukes really emerged himself as a superstar in the Pilgrim Bowl. But even with the new faces, even with the lack of continuity in the Pilgrim Bowl, this was one of our best ones. Top 3 for sure. And this is our last final Pilgrim Bowl at the Hen House. The next time I call about the Pilgrim Bowl is going to be when we play them at Harrisonburg, and that's going to be in the cinematic finale, so it's not even going to be in the Delaware Blue Hens episodes for real. But I'm going to see y'all on the flip, and I'm going to see y'all in the next episode. Let's go.